Ah, lovely brand new day to make videos and no more Terminators. Well, looks like we're okay for now.
Excuse me, sir, but I find this content to be disgraceful as what previously established to be the canon of this universe, and I am frankly offended by what you are deciding to put out. Look at the inconsistencies in this one video alone, let alone the ones that have yet to come.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Oh, pardon me, allow me to introduce myself. I'm part of the woke community.
Oh, well in that case, here. I have a little present for you.
Oh, why thank you. I've always wanted one of these.
Let's get on with the video, shall we? What's going on, everybody? Here today we're going to be starting a brand new series of versus battles. And if you enjoy this video, let me know down in the comments below, leave a like, and subscribe for more. And let me know, what versus battles would you like to see? Comment down below your fighters. Within reason, of course. So each guy's got to have some fair chance. But today we're getting into two iconic humanoid robotic killing machines. The T-800s from the Terminator series, and the Cybermen from the 10th Doctor's Doctor Who series. We have the Terminator made by Skynet, and the Cybermen made by Cyberdyne. One wants to terminate you, the other one wants to convert you. Or maybe terminate you as well. Who's gonna win? Well, let's find out. Starting off with the Terminator, he's a Cyberdyne Systems Model 101, or the T-800, which was created by Skynet. Now, this was a machine designed for the sole purpose of killing off whatever was left of humanity. And what makes him so good at it? Well, for starters, he is extremely durable. The T-800 was designed with a titanium alloy, which was shown in the first Terminator movie to be resistant to things like gunfire, grenades, gas explosions, missing half his body, being crushed, and so on. But what good is durability if you're not good with weapons? Now, the Terminator doesn't automatically have weapons. He has to find them, but he has been shown to be very skilled with weapons such as a 45 long-shot automatic, the Model 1887 Winchester lever-action shotgun, the Frenchy SPAS-12 shotgun, the AR-18 rifle, the M79 grenade launcher, and so on. And on top of that, the T-800 actually does have a type of camouflage capability, his endoskeleton being surrounded completely in living tissue, thus allowing him to blend in with other people. And while that's fine and all, the T-800 isn't perfect, because while he is durable, he's not indestructible. He is susceptible to damage via heavy gunfire, blunt objects, massive explosions, and glass that one time. So, while it is incredibly hard to take him down, it's not completely impossible. As a great man once said, if it bleeds, you can kill it. But moving on from that, we have the Cybermen. Now, similar to the Terminators, these were machines, or rather, cyborgs that were also made on Earth. Although, instead of terminating humanity, they would much rather prefer to convert them into more Cybermen. Now, the Cybermen are essentially upgraded humans. So, what does that mean? How are they upgraded, in fact? Well, the Cybermen's armor has been made from what is referred to from time to time as living metal, which makes them bulletproof at least. But I found their metal to be rather inconsistent from time to time. For all the talk of how great it is, I keep seeing them die by big explosions, which is pretty impressive, but they're still just explosions. Nothing too fancy. And on top of that, they march rather slowly. You never really see one of these guys run, do you? But don't worry, these guys have quite a few useful weapons at their disposal to make up for their weaknesses. For starters, they're able to electrocute people using their hands, and basically instantly kill them. And the Cybermen have also been shown to have retractable wrist-mounted blasters on their right arms, which fire an EMP blast, killing a person almost instantly. And not to mention, the gun is connected to their vision circuits for better aiming. Although, it is important to note that not every Cyberman was equipped with one. Also, these Cybermen have a major weakness of their inhibitor chips, because if they become damaged, it will essentially cause them to go insane and kind of self-destruct in a way from seeing what they have become. But, who would win in a battle? Let's find out. Now, since the Cyberman's weapons are primarily built into his armor, I'll do two different instances, one where the T-800 has weapons, and one where he doesn't. Now, let's start off with weapons. Coming face to face with the Cyberman while the Terminator is in his human costume, it's safe to assume that the Cyberman will want to convert him, thinking he's just a regular person. And after unloading a few heavy rounds into the Cyberman, the Terminator would probably quickly realize that this is all for naught. Now, could the Cyberman's electric hands fry his circuits? Well, yes, it's possible, but keep in mind that the Cyberman is rather slow, and the Terminator has occasionally been shown to be able to move fairly quickly. So it's safe to assume that he could stay out of range of getting electrocuted. But what about the Cyberman's mounted wrist blasters? Well, this is an instance where the T-800 has weapons at his disposal, so let's just say he has, say, a grenade launcher or a minigun, two weapons he's been shown to use before. So if the T-800 were just to continuously bombard the Cyberman with heavy fire, even if he couldn't damage his outer shell, it's safe to assume that he could at least damage the chip that keeps the Cyberman sane, thus crippling him, and essentially causing him to self-destruct. But what if we were to take away the T-800's weapons? What would happen then? Well, that would mean the T-800 would have to engage in some up-close hand-to-hand combat, meaning the T-800 would have to watch out for the Cyberman's wrist-mounted blaster, as well as his electric hands. Now, it is possible that neither of these weapons would kill the T-800 instantly, but it's safe to assume they would do a fair amount of damage. However, as it was shown in Terminator Genesis, the T-800 was shown to be decently fast as well as strong and durable. However, it was also shown that he made basically no attempt to dodge any attacks, which could ultimately lead to his immediate defeat. Now, you could argue that this is an earlier model, but unfortunately that's the one we're going with. Plus, the Cybermen have also been shown to be decently strong, easily overpowering humans and knocking down doors. Plus, the Cybermen were ready to kill the Daleks just because they didn't want to align with them. So, I think it's safe to assume that they'd also kill a T-800 if it were to start attacking them. Plus, with their aiming systems, it's very unlikely that they would miss their target. So, what are my final thoughts on a one-on-one battle? Well, feel free to disagree with me, but I gotta go with the Cyberman. Aside from them being rather slow at times, they are also pretty physically capable, and have weapons built in, whereas the Terminator does not. He would have to find any weapons in order to face him, otherwise he'd have to attack him melee style. And while the Cyberman isn't as flexible as the T-800, his armor is at least bulletproof, meaning I do believe it can take quite a few punches from the T-800. And plus, the T-800 would have to watch out for the Cyberman's electrocuting hands, which could fry his circuits almost instantly, I would like to think. And even if it doesn't, what's to stop the Cyberman from shooting the Terminator at point-blank range with its wrist-mounted blaster? The Cyberman wins. But what do you think? Let me know down in the comments below, and also comment any other versus battles you may think of. And also be sure to like and subscribe for more content.